TV.
Welcome to this edition of Dufferin Life. I'm your host, Teena Avery. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have you noticed my beautiful scarf? You're also going to know this face that's on my couch, who's never been on the couch before. And I'm really, really, really excited to actually have her here in the studio. Brennan from Family Transition Place. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Teena.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. I was saying the last time we talked was actually on a Zoom screen back in early COVID days, which feels like forever ago and yesterday all at once.
But it does, yeah.
Yeah, it's so nice to be with you in person. I know a lot of my colleagues have had this pleasure, and I'm finally here.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad you're here. And November is a very important month, so I'm not going to waste time just jibber-jabbering around. We're going to get right into it. Let's talk about November and why it's important.
Yeah, so Women Abuse Prevention Month is typically honored during the month of November. So Family Transition Place, we support women and children who have experienced violence, who have experienced unhealthy relationships, sexual violence, or homelessness. So it's particularly important for us because it's an opportunity for us to generate further awareness for the work that we do. It's a dedicated month to do so. So all through the month of November, whether it's wearing our Wrapped in Courage scarves, which are a long-standing program that was established by OAITH. So we're a member of OAITH, which is the Ontario Association of Interval and Transition Houses.
Okay.
So they run this campaign every year, and it's an outward display of support for individuals who have experienced violence in their lives. And you can wear it beyond November. It doesn't have to only be November, but
Absolutely.
You definitely see a lot more of them in the community this month. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what I'm all about and what we're all about is creating awareness for very important causes, you know, and I think that we have to keep talking throughout the whole year, but it is necessary to kind of have a span of time where you're so directly focused just to really hit the awareness to the community.
It's so true. And in this community, the Dufferin and Caledon community specifically, we are very, very well supported. For example, every single municipality, including the County of Dufferin, have all declared Women Abuse Prevention Month in November. They have all proclaimed November 25th as the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. So to have that type of municipal support, which is directly affiliated with our community and the community that we serve, is pretty remarkable. And it's not something that's lost on us that we appreciate the support so much.
Well, we definitely live in an amazing community, and there's support coming from everywhere.
So true.
For sure. So we're just a couple, depending on when you're watching the show, we're either a couple days away from the 25th or we've just gone past it, but that doesn't mean that you stop showing your support. So tell us what's happening on the 25th.
Yeah, so actually all throughout the month, there's different ways that you can show your support. And one of the newest campaigns that we have is Shine the Light on Women Abuse. So like you can purchase a Wrapped in Courage scarf or any of the Wrapped in Courage items. You can do that on our website. A new campaign that we have this year it's our first year and it will run next year as well, is Shine the Light on Women Abuse. And it was generously supported by Orangeville Home Hardware. So what we are encouraging individuals to do is to purchase a purple light bulb, or you purchase multiple purple light bulbs depending on what the configuration of your home is, or a polybag sign, which helps people to understand that you've lit your house up in support of November as being Women Abuse Prevention Month. So it was a campaign that was developed actually several years ago by the LAWC in London, the London Abused Women's Centre, and we've taken an iteration of it here, and really with the goal to light our community up purple and to let survivors know that we stand with them and we support them and we recognize them this month and throughout the year.
Absolutely. Where do we find purple light bulbs? I'm just, it's one of those things where I'm like,
So it was a question that we had. So our first stop was Orangeville Home Hardware, or Orangeville Home Depot. And I was like, where do we get purple light bulbs? We need people to be able to find them. So they procured us a whole bunch of them, and you can purchase them on our website. So just familytransitionplace.ca. We have a Shopify store there. So you can purchase the polybag signs that you held up there and the purple light bulbs, and they can be picked up right at our shelter in Orangeville.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. So if you haven't already got your purple light bulb or your, as I call them, bag signs, if you haven't got those already, that is how you will get them. And let's talk about, It seems like a silly question to ask you this because, you know, everything that you're doing is so important. But I think people really need to understand the importance of support for these women that have gone under such horrible abuse at times and at all different levels. Why is that important?
It's important to definitely, I thank you for asking the question first. It's important because it helps to end the stigma. It helps them to know that, like, no community is immune to the effects of intimate partner violence. We have lost individuals in our community here to intimate partner violence. It takes an incredible amount of courage to seek support, to acknowledge that you need support, because a lot of the times it's not the safest thing for you to be doing. It's a terrible decision for anyone to have to make, to seek support or acknowledge that the situation that they're in. So the more people that are aware of the prevalence of it and the different supports that are available in our community through Family Transition Place and other remarkable community partners, the more we're talking about it, the more I never want to be in a world where intimate partner violence is normalized and it's, oh, of course that's happening. It is happening and we know it's happening, and the most important thing is to know, for survivors and individuals who may be experiencing it, to know that support is available to them. You will be believed, and there is hope. There is hope for you.
Yeah, and I think that's so incredibly important because I can't even imagine, but the courage that it takes to walk away from an intimate partner that's been abusing you, and how frightening and scary and terrifying that has to be for someone, you know, and especially if you've been living a life where everything's good, everything, you're out in public, everything's always good, you know, and they don't talk to anybody about it. So it's so important to realize that you have support in the community. There are so many different ways. Go to the Family Transition website. For starters, look, there'll be some numbers coming up on the end of the show, just if you're in need of help. There's numbers on the screen right now. If you're in need of help, call these numbers. You can do it, and you need to do it for yourself and for your family. So I think it breaks my heart to think of people that are going through that.
It's so
but
true.
It's also, you know, you have these wonderful organizations that will help you. So please reach out. And I wanted to talk too about, because there are a lot of people that won't reach out and just think that this is my life and this is, you know, I have to stay here and I can't get away and all of these types of things. And then they have friends and family that may suspect that something like this is going on. So what do we do if we suspect something like that's going on?
Sure. We have a 24/7 crisis line. And so we call it's a crisis or an info and support line, and anyone can call that. So even if you're suspecting something or you're like, what resources can I provide? It is up to that individual ultimately when they're going to seek support. And I would encourage folks, that you had mentioned that this is my life and this is the way that I live. Our website is full of resources and different program videos to really help understand the far-reaching impacts of intimate partner violence and what that can look like. Because I think in some instances, individuals believe, well, he's not hitting me, so I'm not physically hurt. I mean, I'm emotionally hurt, or there's some controlling behaviors. And if you have questions about that, we do have resources on our website for anybody that may be looking. If you're suspecting that within your family, you can always open up the dialogue and open up the conversation, and certainly call us for support, and we can help to encourage those conversations as well. But to know that there is no shame in seeking the support that you need. Research shows us that a woman will leave her abuser 7 times before she leaves for good.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of folks will have the question of, like, why didn't she just leave? And there are so many layers to that, Teena, and on our website too, and resources to help to explain that and to give more information about that, because it does seem so simple to someone who's on the outside, who's never experienced that unhealthy relationship. Absolutely. And there's nothing more invalidating to that woman who is living the real-time effects of that, whatever that situation may look like for her.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's very easy for us to say somebody should just leave and do it, but you don't realize the ramifications and all of the emotions and financial ramifications. There's so many things that are involved with leaving an intimate partner that those of us who have never experienced it really can't realize. So from the outside in, looking in, you think, oh, it's just simple to do this. Whereas
Yeah.
you're dealing with, and I can't even, I've never been through it, and but I look at it from that perspective and think, like, as a person, you're almost wondering, what's wrong with me? What did I do wrong? And that is a devastating process to go through as a person that's like, this is my fault.
Of course, there can be a lot of self-blame. There's a lot of stigmatization that still surrounds that. And in the decision to take our shelter, for example, our emergency shelter, in the decision to call our emergency shelter or seek space at our emergency shelter, it's a brand new world for you. If you've never had, you mentioned finances, if you've never had control over your finances, if you've never paid a bill, if you've lived under that control and not had that independence, you're also considering, if you have children, what's going to happen to my kids. Like, I think one of the most beautiful things that I think happens at shelter is life goes on. Like, kiddos still go to school and moms still work. It is not like life doesn't stop. Life goes on, and we're there to support women through that journey of what true healing and what true independence can look like. Because in most times, they may not have ever had a safe place of solace until they've come to shelter. So it's really providing that environment, that supportive and wraparound environment that individuals can expect when they're coming. It's not an easy decision by any means to decide that I need help. And violence against women, it doesn't discriminate. I remember someone had asked me once, it stuck with me, but do you see, like, do you look at someone's finances when they're coming in, like, to know that they actually need you? If anyone is showing up at our door and asking for help, or calling our crisis support line and asking for help, I can guarantee that they need you. It doesn't matter what they drive, how much money's in their bank account. If you need support, we are there to support you.
Yeah. No, you don't discriminate, and you can't. And if someone has the courage to actually do that,
Yes.
To walk away, the worst thing that could happen to them is have a door shut in their face, or told that they're all different levels of abuse. Right?
Absolutely.
And I think that when we're talking about, somebody that's got, like, I can't even imagine, we've got about a minute left, and I could talk about this for a long time, because I can't imagine it. Like, I can't imagine that feeling. And it's devastating to think about people in your community. It's surrounding you everywhere. And
Absolutely.
and a lot of us don't notice, or not on purpose, but may not notice.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, a lot happens behind closed doors, and it's just making sure that through the outward display of, we believe you, we're here for you, we support you, that hopefully we can break down any of those barriers and the stigma that still exists to individuals that really desperately need to reach out for help.
Yeah. Well, please show your support, wear your purple scarves, put out your purple lights, put out the bag signs, do what you need to do. Send some donations to Family Transition Place, but do that year round. And for those of you who need help, this is a good place for you to start. And Brendan, I want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. Don't you go anywhere, we'll be right back. So we're still on the screen.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Just like any other job, to succeed in the NHL, you gotta take care of business.
You need to know how to motivate fellow employees.
Come on, boys!
It's important to be goal-oriented.
Assist team members whenever possible.
What an unbelievable feat!
Always put the customer first.
Listen to this building. This place can't believe what they just saw.
Hey, beats a desk job.
What's wrong with a desk job?
Taking care of business every day.
With Rogers TV, you can cheer on the home team from the comfort of your living room. We'll head to the rink, the field, the court, or the pitch, so you don't have to. Tune in and cheer on your local amateur athletes on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Dufferin Life, and thank you so much for staying with us. And if you're tuning in just now, you're tuning in, as always, at a great time. Well, it's holiday season, and we need to talk about the holiday events that are happening all through Dufferin County. Joining me today, we have Rochelle and Leah. They are from the Grand Valley Lions Club, and we're going to talk about Christmas in the Valley. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
It is truly my pleasure. I love the holidays, and everybody out there knows I love the holidays, so I want to make sure that everybody's catching up on what's happening. So let's talk about what the event is. And so, Leah, why don't you start telling me about that?
Okay, so on November 30th, we are running a Christmas in the Valley. The Lions Club has hosted it for the past 3 years. We support the Grand Valley Angels Hamper Program.
Okay.
And if I can just speak quickly about that. That's a local nonprofit. It's run by wonderful ladies in our community. And if you don't know about this program, you can go into the Grand Valley Library. They have a Christmas tree with little paper angels on it, and each angel actually represents someone in the community who's struggling throughout the holiday seasons, and you can take one of those angels and you can fulfill what they've asked for on that little paper angel. So it may be a microwave, it may be a blanket, and so all the proceeds that we make from our Christmas in the Valley marketplace, we put right back into that program. So we hope to see everybody come out on November 30th. It's at the Grand Valley District Public School. And what else, Rochelle?
Rochelle, tell me a little bit, like, when did this start? How many years have you been doing it?
Well, we have been doing it for 3 years, but Christmas in the Valley has been, actually this is the 34th year for Christmas in the Valley.
I knew there was a big number there, but I didn't want to guess. So let's talk about what people can expect, Rochelle, at this event.
Wow, we have some really amazing vendors coming out this year, all arts and crafts. So we have, 3D printers, we have wood crafters, we have wood signs, we have skincare, we have, oh my gosh, there's just so many things to see and experience, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about, I know you talked about the tree, and honestly, anybody who watches the show understands, for me, when we're talking about hunger any time in the year, it breaks my heart to think of people that are hungry and are wanting any time of the year. But when you hit the holidays, it's even more heartbreaking to think that these people are struggling, and this struggle causes immense stress for people. So can people donate on the day of the?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we do also accept food donations for Dufferin Food Share. And the Hamper Program does have a food program as well. So they will be bringing turkeys, hams to struggling families in the community.
Yeah, it's easy to get to this time of year, and really you get busy with your own life, and like everyone, it's really, really important, and a lot of people will donate during the holiday season. But for me, and even though we're talking about the holidays right now, for me, it's that push to remember this year round, right? Because are there not, these people are suffering year round and are lacking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Another event that we do run that I would like to just briefly touch on is the polar bear dip that we do.
Yes.
Yeah, so we do that January 1st every year. A lot of local businesses such as the Creek and the Perk Pierogi, shameless plug there, they have wonderful food and they're local to Grand Valley. Their servers compete and raise a ton of money for Dufferin Food Share as well. So over the holiday seasons, there's a lot of ways to get engaged and involved and to support families in the community that are struggling. So,
well, let's talk a little bit about the Lions Group, and then we've got a couple minutes left. So we want to talk a little bit about the way that you give back to the community year round.
So we do a lot of different events. The duck race is one of them. So Grand Valley, as everybody knows, Grand Valley, it's little gem. We do quite a bit in that community. The biggest event that we run is definitely the duck race.
Yes.
Thousands of people come out and support us. To all our sponsors and donors, we're so thankful and we're so grateful to be in such an amazing community. And so that event helps us to support things like Dufferin Food Share. We also do a backpack program for struggling youth in the community when they're going back to school. The polar bear dip, over the past 2 years, we've almost raised $9,000 that goes directly to the food bank. So please, I can't say enough about the polar bear dip. Me and my 13-year-old son, we've done it for 3 years in a row. We'll be going in this year. So please, family, it's family friendly. Get your sponsor sheet, you know, and come out and support your local Lions Club and the charities in the community. There's just so much going on that people can get involved in. So
absolutely. We don't have a lot of time yet, but Rochelle, remind me again the date of the Christmas in the Valley.
It's November 30th, and the times is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
And where are we going?
And that is at the public district, Grand Valley District Public School. Sorry.
Perfect. No worries at all. You know where you need to be, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah.
And don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back. That was wonderful. Super. Christmas is happening everywhere. It never stops. And now we're going to start talking about Christmas in Erin. Joining me today, we have Heather Ainsley. Thank you so much for coming on the show again.
Thank you for having me.
You've been on the show talking about many different things over the years, but let's talk a little bit about your event and what's happening.
So it's the third annual event in Erin. It's a Christmas market, but it's also a family experience. We have alpacas coming in, which we do every year. And then we have a Santa writing letter station, so you can write your letters to Santa. We have local makers, local artisans, local vendors. So you can do a lot of your Christmas shopping, finalize it in one place, and it's going to be a good event.
Absolutely. There are so many amazing markets happening, and this one is in there as well. Just really think about where can you go to find unique items or items that you might be searching for your family and friends over the holiday season. And attending one of these things, not only do you get to see alpacas, come on, write your letter to Santa, bring the family, do all of that, but you get to get some of those people off your list that they're shopping for. So let's talk a little bit about the types of vendors that you'll have there.
So we have jewels and gemstones, we have mugs, we have clothing, we have alpaca fiber clothing as well. So we'll have some student vendors as well. So usually I have, and there's no charge for a student to be part of our market if they have a little business. So we've had a soup vendor that was a young boy come in last year.
Oh, nice.
And we have Just For You Catering is coming. So there's a fair variety, and we'll also be raising money for the 242 cadets that are out of Erin. So we ask for nominal donations, but everything counts. So once we put that together, we've raised over $2,700 for local charities in the last 2 years.
Okay, amazing.
So I'm hoping to get over the 3,000 mark at least.
Well, it's always good to have a goal when you're doing an event especially if you're doing something to raise money, having that number that you want to reach. But we're going to bump our goal up to like 3,500. So you need to get your calendars out. You need to write this down. It's December 6th, and Heather's going to tell us where exactly it is and the timing.
It's at the Erin Legion, and it's from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. Amazing. So, and it's a family event because you can go there and write your letters for Santa. So bring out the family. Maybe the person you're standing beside is going to go like, hey, I really like that over there. And then like they just go to the car or something, and then you get it and put it in the bag. It's all good. It's all good. So why are these events? I mean, I know there's fundraising involved, but why are they important to the community?
They're important because they support local makers. I know that Amazon is easy and accessible and plentiful, but the people that live and work in our community are the ones that contribute to our community. Local makers like Bug's Boutique, we have different events throughout the holiday season where she'll make Christmas signs with you, mats, but you can buy them pre-made from her as well.
Right.
And this is a local mom in the community. We have local farmers, local businesses, local caterers, and these are the people who support and build the fiber of our local community. And so as much as people want to go online and have an immediate response to something, it's very plentiful. You can give the same person a gift as 6 other people.
Yes.
If you purchase a custom-made wooden planter of their dog, for example, or a light-up Christmas sign, you know it's going to be unique.
Yes.
And I think that's the great thing, is that you get to see, feel the quality. You know where the product is coming from. You know that it's ethically sourced, which is really important. And everything goes back in a cyclical within our economy.
Well, I think, you know what, she hit about 7 of the points I was just going to talk about. And I think one of them being things that are unique. Like, I think to me, and it allows you to think, like, you look at something and you're like, this is so great. Debbie would love this, right? It's that whole, because anyone can order off of Amazon. I mean, but I mean, I get it. There are people, there's certain things you can't get that you're going to order from, and you're going to do that. But I think ultimately the goal is to find that personalized gift for someone that maybe was made by somebody by hand in your community.
Yep.
Or in your surrounding communities, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And when we say local, we typically think within 100 kilometers, but it's even closer. It's within 30 kilometers. Would be our furthest vendor, and it all counts.
It
right?
does. It does. And this is a busy time. They work their patooties off, getting all of these things ready so that you guys can come out there and see it. And I mean, we don't have a lot of time, but we've got about a minute left. So tell me, what can you do with the alpacas? Are they just there like, we got about a minute?
Some of them are very friendly. You can feed them.
Okay.
You can talk about different farm tours that you can do. You can feel their fiber.
Okay.
And an alpaca pair of socks is second to none.
Oh.
It is the warmest pair of socks. You're going to have all Canadian freezing cold winter. And it's not a traditional wool. It's not a synthetic material whatsoever.
Right.
So it's comfortable, it's breathable, and it's really, really hot. But it also maintains temperature, so you don't get sweating. I absolutely love alpaca socks.
There you go.
We're all where the socks come from.
We're all sold. Heather, I want to thank you so much for joining us and telling us all about December 6th. So thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It was truly my pleasure. Thank you for joining me, and until next time, bye-bye for now. So yeah, nope.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record,